Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Western Digital. This is the WD Blue M.2 2280 1TB SATA SSD drive that you can check out on Amazon at the time of this review for about $124. I got mine on sale for $119, so not a bad price for a 1TB SATA SSD. The prices are definitely coming down. Check the link in the description below. Let's get into this, and I'll show you some benchmarks and everything in just a moment. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the box. You're just going to get the drive. You're not going to get a little screw to put this into the drive, but most of motherboards that support a setup with an M.2 slot are going to already have the screw screwed into the mount. I happen to have a Gigabyte motherboard that supports 3 M.2 slots, and they all have screws there already placed, so you're probably not going to need one. If you do, you can search the internet for M.2 screws and pick them up for a couple dollars on Amazon or any place else on the web. Now, the cool thing about this particular setup is that they do give you a 5-year warranty on this, and I like that. I like the fact that for the next 5 years, if anything fails, I can turn this in. But then again, in 5 years, most likely we're going to have 10 terabyte drives for the same price as we've got 1 terabyte drives now. This may not even make it 5 years for me to use. Who knows? But the fact that I now can add this and take out a spinning hard drive from my PC setup is awesome, because there's no cabling that way. I don't have to run any SATA cables, power cables, nothing. This plugs right into the board, and now I'll have a boot drive that is PCIe NVMe, and then I'll have this as a secondary drive to load games for faster load times. Again, if you're somebody that is using, say, a laptop, this would be a great upgrade for your boot drive for your laptop as well. There's lower power requirements and everything like that. So this is definitely the way to go for storage looking in the future. Let's take a look at the benchmarks that I've run on this particular drive as well. Okay, so there's a couple different things we're going to want to run on here. We're going to run Crystal disk mark here, so we can check the speeds on this particular drive. You can see that this drive is that 1 terabyte drive. It comes up as the F drive at the moment on my PC, and you get about 960 gigabytes instead of course, 1 terabyte, because once you format it, you're going to lose a few gigabytes on this. So we're going to run this test. It's going to take a little while. I'm going to speed through it so that you can see what the read and write speeds are on this. Already you can see we're at about 552 on the read, and they advertise 560 and then 530 on the write, so we'll see how close it is at the end of the test. Okay, so as you can see, we're at 553.1 and 536.6, so it's pretty much maxing out that SATA bandwidth there, and it's pretty consistent all the way down the board as well, with Sequential at 470 and 461.8, 274.4 and 257.6. So the read and write speeds are very static and very nice for this particular drive, in my opinion. It's pretty much giving you all the bandwidth that you could want out of your SATA bandwidth that is going to be used for this drive. Now, they also give you a Western Digital tool here that you can download from their website, and this is only for Western Digital drives, and this is a pretty nice setup for monitoring your drive. It'll tell you the life remaining on it, how hot it is temperature-wise in Celsius and Fahrenheit, and it will tell you what the link speed is or interlink speed is, whether it's 6 gigabyte SATA or whether it's NVMe. Of course, this will work with both drives or types of drives, and of course, how much you're using and all of that as well. Now, they do have a performance chart here that you can use, so if you're transferring things, you can see real-time performance on write and read speeds right here with this app if you want to use it. I think it's pretty handy to have. Also, you can enable trim here if you want to, and then set it on a schedule to run, whether you want to run it weekly or monthly or daily even. There are check for tools to see if they're up to date. You can erase the drive right from here. You can check the smart tests on this drive, either short or long. Gives you drive details and, of course, system details about your current system that you're using the drive on as well. So lots of information here in a nice GUI set up by Western Digital with a lot of good information overall. So I'm definitely going to give them a thumbs up on this utility. Doesn't seem to use a lot of background bandwidth, just sitting on your system. It's a fairly small install, so again, nothing that you couldn't just leave installed on your PC just in case you ever want to check this out. So overall, they coupled with this and the performance of the drive, I'm pretty happy with the way that Western Digital has set this up. So that's my review of the Western Digital WD Blue 1TB M.2 and 3D NAND SATA SSD. Again, you can pick it up on Amazon right now for about $120, which is about half of what you would pay for an NVMe drive of the same flavor, as in 1 terabyte. So you're having your cost here. Now, of course, NVMe drives are going to be about 4 to 5 times faster. Are you really going to notice it in real-world experience, in gaming and that type of thing? For storage, I don't think so. Now, as far as your operating system goes, if you want to, you could put your operating system on an NVMe drive, and that's going to make your system faster, obviously. But as far as a storage drive or a game drive, this is perfect for that at this price point. It eliminates any cabling that you're going to have to do for your hard drives. No more power, no more SATA cables. So that is great. It cleans that up. The interface that they give you to check the drive is very well done, and it shows you a lot of information. And of course, the performance is going to really max out that SATA bandwidth, as we saw in the Crystal Disk Mark tests. So overall, I'm really happy with this drive. I'm glad that I have a 5-year warranty on it, and I'm definitely giving it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments about this drive, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to like, and if you guys have not subscribed yet, please do so, because that always helps me out, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.